Welcome back to Black Magic Beauty. My name is Trish, and this is going to be my second installment in my 2025 inventory series. Today, I'm going to be going over my skincare inventory. This might be my last video for a couple of weeks. It depends on how much filming I can get done today, because I'm actually scheduled for induction tomorrow. So baby's gonna be here tomorrow, fingers crossed. So I'm gonna try to get through a couple of these videos today. In part just to pass the time, because although you might think that I have better things to do right now, I am so over nesting. I'm just trying to keep my sanity. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera over and we are gonna start. I think my skincare is doing a lot better than my body care was. My body care in the last year, the numbers were abysmal. So I'm thinking my skincare is doing a little bit better, but I haven't actually compared the numbers just yet, so we will see. Okay, so this is going to be almost all of my cleansers. I am missing one from this picture. I do have a Thayer's cleanser that only has a little bit left in it. It is currently in my hospital bag in the car, which my husband has at work right now. So I won't be able to show that, but these, including that one, means I currently have 9 cleansers. Now, I did mention that the Gratis is getting a little out of control. For me, Gratis is almost like some people's version of PR, where I just keep getting Gratis in from my job. And it seems like for certain categories, I can't use up items fast enough. I actually do have another cleanser coming from Gratis. It was supposed to be here last year, but they're taking a little bit longer to ship it. So I will have to add that in to my empties and no buy update video when that does come in. So essentially I actually have 10. And last year I had 6 cleansers. I'm gonna show a picture of what that looked like. But last year, in addition to the 6 cleansers, I also had a full jumbo size makeup remover, as well as 5 like mini and travel size makeup removers. As of right now, I actually do not have any makeup removers anymore. The only one that I plan on repurchasing at some point is that La Roche-Posay micellar water that I like to use to take off my eye makeup. But I have so many cream and oil cleansers here at this point, I don't feel like I need to have a makeup remover, because cream and oil cleansers generally work dual purpose for that. So overall, even though my actual traditional cleansers have increased, the entire category of cleanser and makeup remover has actually been reduced by 2, which is good. So currently I have 2 Bergamot wash, 1 nourishing wash, 1 firming and smoothing exfoliating wash, the Augustinus Bader foaming cleanser, the Acai clarifying wash, which is almost empty. I just had to stop using this because you're not really supposed to use salicylic acid when you're pregnant. So there's really only like that much left in here. Same thing for the Thayer's salicylic acid cleanser that I have in my hospital bag right now. That one is almost gone. So those 2 could potentially be empties in the next month or so, because you can start using it again as soon as you give birth. I have my Neroli cleansing milk, as well as my honey brightening exfoliating cleanser from SkinScript. This is the only cleanser that I have actually purchased in the past year. Everything else was either Gratis or Influenster. And then I do have a Zeo cleanser that is on its way, and I just haven't received it yet, so I will show you guys that when it comes in. Next is going to be my toners. Now, this category did increase by 3 in the last year. I'm going to show you a picture of what my toners look like last year during inventory. And this is what we're looking at right now. I did not actually purchase any of these. So these 2, the Rejuvenating Thermal Tonic and the Rehydrating Neroli Oil, these 2 I received in Gratis. These 2 were actually a gift from a client, because I was talking about how I want to try a little bit more Korean skincare, and she really loved these toners. So she brought them in as a gift, and I've been really enjoying them. I'm currently working on this vegan kombucha essence right now by Dr. Curacao, and I've used this Haru Wonder as well. This one I think is my favorite of the two, but they're both really, really nice. And then this Thayer's I got in that kit from Influenster. It's not something I use all the time, but it is something that I do like to use after extractions. But I have not used it since April because, again, it's a salicylic acid treatment. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this category. I do like having toners around. I don't think they're necessarily a requirement for a good skincare routine, but especially hydrating toners like this, I just enjoy having them. This is going to be my serums and oils category. This category is technically smaller than it was last year. I'm going to show you a picture of what it looked like last year. So I had 9 full-size serums and oils and 7 minis, as well as my 3 lash serums. And I do have 1 set of pimple patches. Last year I had a different type of pimple patch. I had the hydrocolloid patches. I like to have both. I like to have the hydrocolloid as well as this micropoint pimple patch. The micropoint are best for those like deep ingrown stubborn pimples because it actually pierces the pimple and injects it with medication. The hydrocolloid patches, which I don't currently have any of right now, those are better for just creating a healing environment for a pimple that either you picked or broke open or when you just don't want to mess with. So I do like to have both. Last year I had 1 of the hydrocolloid and I didn't have any of these micropoint. This year I have the micropoint but not the hydrocolloid. So this category is probably actually going to increase to 2 because I do like to have 1 of each. But when it comes to the actual serums, technically I have less, but I have more full size. So last year I had 9 full-size serums and oils and 7 minis for a total of 16. This year I have a total of 12 full-size and 1 mini, so 13 products in total. So technically I do have less products, but there's probably more like actual product in terms of ounceage here, just because my full-size items did increase. The only 2 I actually purchased were these 2. So I got the Dream Booster Beekman Bakuchiol serum from one of the Ulta Beauty 50% off sales. And then I got the Mandelic Brightening Serum from SkinScript. These 5, these were gratis. These 2 were gratis. This I got from Influenster. This was a gift with purchase. This was also gratis, the ZO Growth Factor Serum, and then this was from Influenster as well. And honestly, I really like most of these. I haven't been using my Deep Pore Clarifying Serum because, again, this is a salicylic acid. Irritation Relief Complex, I don't use a ton. This is really just if my skin's feeling like overprocessed or irritated, wind chapped, things like that. The Elemis Pro Collagen Serum, I actually absolutely fell in love with. It feels incredible, but this little bottle is over $100, so I don't know if I would actually go out of my way to purchase it again. I love this Mandelic Brightening Serum. I've been enjoying the Dream Booster. This serum's okay. I got this from Influenster. It's very hydrating, but it doesn't really seem to do anything spectacular for me. So again, I don't know if I would actually go out of my way to purchase this. I've got 2 anti-stress oils from Kirsten Florian, which are some of my favorite oils from Kirsten Florian. This Peter Thomas Roth Hyaluronic Acid Water Drench Serum, which I do also really enjoy. Took me a while to get to using it, but now that I have been using it, I actually like it better than the hyaluronic acid serums that we have at work. So I might purchase this again. This one I also really like. It's the Growth Factor Serum by ZO. That's an anti-aging serum. And then my favorite serum, which is the Clarifying Berry Plus Repair. I use this every single day and I always make sure to have multiples on hand. For moisturizers, this category also decreased as well. I'm missing one here. My Shea Moisture Coconut Daily Hydration Cream that I have been using, I did put in my hospital bag, so that is not being shown, but I do still own that. So overall, I have 5 moisturizers currently. Last year, I had 6. As well as 3 samples that I used up. So this category actually decreased. I still have the Ultra Repair Cream that I had last year, but this is on its last legs. It's almost gone. I'm probably going to be done with this in about a week. My Microvenom Hydrating Day Complex, this one's about 2/3 of the way gone. This is not a face cream. This is a neck and décolleté cream, which I've been using on occasion. I'm trying to get a little bit more consistent about it just to see how I feel about it, see if I think it actually does anything. But it is still considered a moisturizer, which is why it is in this category. And then, of course, that Shea Moisture moisturizer that I got from Influenster. That one I've actually been really enjoying this winter. It's light enough that it doesn't break out my skin, make me feel greasy, make it feel heavy, but it's still thick enough that during the colder weather, it's been hydrating enough for me. And then this is my night cream. It is the Hydrating Moisturizer by SkinScript. This is a full-size 6-ounce professional. So this I'm probably gonna have for quite a while. Ultimately, I would like to reduce this category to 1 day cream and 1 night cream. Whether or not I think that's realistic with how often I get gratis, maybe, maybe not, but I would say that's my ultimate goal here. Okay, and here are my masks. So last year I had 7 full-size and 3 single-use masks. This year I am down to 6 full-size. Now I do expect this category to increase by 1 because currently I actually do not own any acne masks. I did have a Kirsten Florian More Mud mask that was considered more of an acne mask, but I ended up decluttering it just because I did not enjoy using it. And I'm planning on getting the ZO Sulfur mask either through gratis or just through purchasing it in the coming months. So this category is going to go up by 1. A lot of these are left over from last year. I do really, really like this mask. I just tend to forget to use it. This and these 2 overnight masks I have on my bedside table. And a lot of times I'll use an overnight mask in lieu of moisturizer. So if I've already put moisturizer on for the night before I come upstairs, I usually won't use one of these. And I've just been in such a default mode recently that I haven't been thinking about doing masks like this. I've mostly just been doing in-shower masks or a mask while I'm in the bath. I do actually really enjoy all 3 of these though. I would definitely repurchase, I would definitely repurchase these 2 again. The Floral Recovery Calming Mask and the Midnight Milk I really like. This black tea I also really like, and I have to say, I see a difference when I wake up in the morning. My skin is so smooth and glowy after I use this, which I'm pretty impressed with. The only issue is it's like $100 for this container, so unless I can get it on sale, I'm not sure if I would splurge for it again, but I have been impressed with it, so there's a possibility. The Honey Potion Plus mask I currently have in my Project A to Z. This one I tend to use in the shower or when I'm taking a bath. It's just a very hydrating, warming honey mask. I do like it a lot. And then this Lychee Nourishing Mask I actually have not cracked into just yet. So I'm not sure what my thoughts are on this just yet. However, I have never had a SkinScript mask go wrong for me, so I'm expecting to like this. Now these are going to be my current exfoliants. This category has basically stayed the same. I do have at least 1 more exfoliant from ZO on the way. Similar to the cleanser, I was supposed to get it last year and they just haven't gotten it to me yet. And I believe I have at least 1 exfoliant in there, so this category should be increasing by 1 or 2. I just don't remember exactly what is in that order. because I put in my gratis order like 3 months ago, so I can't remember off the top of my head. Currently, I have 2 enzymes. I have an enzyme peeling cream as well as a jackfruit enzyme by SkinScript. I use both of these right now. Sometimes I even mix them together. The only scrub I currently have is leftover from last year. This is the Tula So Polished Exfoliating Sugar Scrub. I do like it. It's not the most effective scrub. It is very hydrating, which is nice, but because it's a sugar, it dissolves as soon as it gets wet. So you have to use a lot of product in order to really get a good scrubbing action on your skin, because as soon as you put it on your face, if your face is wet, the crystals will start to dissolve before you can really work it into your skin. So that can be a little annoying, but I am planning on using it up. And then these 3 right here are just some little deluxe sizes that I got. These 2 are actually 1 peel. It just comes with the peel and the neutralizer. This is a self-neutralizing peel, so I've got 2 peels, and then I've got a retinol. This could have been in my serums category or my exfoliants category. I just kind of put it in my exfoliants for now. As soon as I can use retinol again, this won't take too long to use up. This is my lips and eye category. So last year, I had 8 lip balms, 1 lip scrub, and 3 eye creams. This year, I have 8 lip balms, 1 lip scrub, and 3 eye creams. The only difference are which products are in here. So I am missing 1 lip balm. Again, I do have a little mini size of the Sugar Lip Therapy in my hospital bag. This Sugar Advanced Therapy lip balm is my favorite lip balm. It is the absolute best one I have ever used. It is very expensive though, so I tend to only get it on sale. I do have the coconut as well as the watermelon pot lip balms by them as well. I have this little Burt's Bees one, as well as a homemade tinted lip balm that I basically just used eyeshadow and Vaseline to make. I have the same lip scrub as I did last year. So I like to make my own lip scrubs by just combining sugar, olive oil, and a little bit of essential oil. They take forever to go through. So one of these little tubs will last me like probably 4 or 5 years. They really do take a long time to get through. So I'm completely content with just having this one. And I repurposed a little Sol de Janeiro mini size tub for it. I have a Snow Fairy lip mask by Lush that is almost gone. And then I also have 3 eye creams. So this is my only nighttime eye cream currently. This is the Kirsten Florian Caviar Cream, which I really enjoy. The Growth Factor Serum, I absolutely adore this eye serum. It comes with a nice cooling little applicator. I've been using this every day. When this is done, I am going to move on to the Peptide Eye Serum. I've been enjoying using serums during the day and then like a little bit of a heavier cream at night. I do plan to repurchase this again when I run out of both of these, however. And overall, even though the general amount of what I have really hasn't changed from last year, I'm actually happier with my collection than I was last year, just because last year I had a bunch of like random bits and baubles of different items. This year, I feel like I've started to really focus in on the ones that I know for a fact that I love, and I only have a couple of randoms, which actually makes me feel a little bit less anxious about using it up, because then I can just use it naturally. And finally, for sunscreen, I would have to say this is probably the biggest win of my skincare. Last year, I had 6 sunscreens, and I'll show you a picture of that. This year, I'm down to 1. Now, technically, I'm down to 2. The Zio tinted sunscreen that was in that picture, I moved that to my makeup category. So you're going to see that in my makeup video. Basically, I've been using that as my daily like tinted moisturizer now that I'm out of tinted moisturizers. So that's in my makeup category at this point. This is the only like purely SPF item that I currently own. I do have some other body sunscreens in the house, but it's more like the family stash of what we all use during the summer, so I don't really count that for my personal inventory. And this is my favorite sunscreen. It's an amazing sunscreen. It mixes well with any lotion. I can layer it without it feeling greasy. It doesn't smell or feel like sunscreen. It just feels like a very lightweight lotion, and it does a great job. So I will continue to repurchase this, and I am pretty happy if this is the only facial sunscreen that I continue to own going forward. But that is it for my skincare inventory. I feel like I did a pretty good job of not allowing it to expand too much. And I am planning to dial back any purchases in the coming year as well, so that really most of what's coming in is basically just gratis, unless there's something that I feel like I really need that I cannot get via gratis. And I'm thinking my biggest problem areas right now for skincare are really just my serums and my cleansers. So I'm just going to use up as much as I can and go from there. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. My next video should be my makeup, so I'm going to see if I can get to that today. Otherwise, you might not see that for a little bit. But I will see you in the next one. All right, bye-bye.